Many people have lots of questions regarding music, piano, and education. So I decided to do a series of Q&A, and here are some of the questions we received, so let's provide some answers to them. Hi, I'm Varand Toros-Adami, concert pianist and founder of Adami Music Academy. Let's get right into today's questions. Can I learn to play piano at my age? I'm 58. I see no reason why not. Most people think that learning piano is a young man's game, but in fact we have a lot of adult students, much older than you, who take piano lessons for different reasons, including fighting mental deterioration, boosting memory and mood, getting disconnected from the problems of this world without the use of drugs, and some who like to be able to show off their musical capabilities in family gatherings. So, as long as you're willing, I'm quite certain that you can. How long will it take me as an adult to play something nice? Well, the definition of something nice is very broad, but with proper education and good practice, you most certainly will be able to play something truly nice within a year or two, if not months. Again, it depends on the education you receive and the commitment you have toward regimented in-home practice. Can I learn how to play piano over YouTube? While few rudiments about music theory can be approached by some video tutorials, you don't want to spend your time learning something incorrectly or, at the best case scenario, in an incomplete way, and then having to redo all of that. So I would recommend finding a well-versed teacher rather than just trying to wing it on YouTube. Also, just to clarify, with a good teacher, not only learning anything can be quite easy, but you'll probably get to a reasonable destination at a much faster pace because each person learns a bit differently. A good teacher will be able to adjust the lessons based on your particular capabilities while keeping you on the proper path. I've bought a $90,000 piano for my son and have a teacher come to our house for weekly lessons for the past 2 years. But he is not learning anything, and I've noticed that he is just not focusing or listening to the teacher. I'm not sure what the problem is. Do you have any suggestions? Yes, as a matter of fact, I do. This is a very common problem. When you have a teacher come over, the student, particularly the young ones, don't recognize that this is a class and they have to focus on learning something. They believe it's their home, so they throw their focus out the window, and not much gets done. So the best thing you can do is to take your child to the teacher rather than having the teacher come over to your house. However, doing this switch won't make things go quickly. You need to be patient and explain to your son that he needs to listen to the teacher, focus, and have regimented in-home practice. Do I need to own a piano before starting lessons? And if so, are electric pianos good to start with? Yes, you do need to have the instrument as you start your lessons, but more importantly, you need to find the right teacher or the right academy, and then purchase an instrument. To answer the second part of your question, yes, any electric piano that has 88 weighted keys, a sturdy stand, and foot pedals should be fine for many years. Obviously, there are some pianos that are better than the others, but you can always upgrade to them as you progress. Also, if you want to learn more about electric versus acoustic pianos, I recommend watching our video regarding how to choose the right piano. The link will be down in the description. We bought a piano for our 6-year-old daughter, but she is not showing any interest. It's gathering dust. What should we do? Well, believe it or not, piano is not a toy. So you can't just buy one and throw your kid at it and say, all right, I got you the best one, now dazzle me. You know, even Mozart had proper music education, and chances are that your child is not Mozart. So the best thing to do is to find a good piano teacher and learn to have reasonable expectations. Do group music lessons work, or should it only be private lessons? It should only be done in the private, one-on-one manner. The only scenario that a group lesson might be effective is for adults who are only interested in learning the rudiments of an instrument and some basic music theory. But beyond that, you do need private lessons in order to see real progress in the given instrument. How can I know if my child is practicing correctly, and how can I help him if I don't know music? Well, some parents take music lessons along with their children because as an adult, you can progress much faster regarding the rudiments of piano. That way you can always help your child at home, at least for the beginning stages, until your child can stand on his own feet. What is the youngest age to start piano lessons? Well, depending on the child and the parents, and assuming the teacher is worth his salt, you can start as early as 3. But the best thing to do is to have a music academy or a music teacher perform a music evaluation of your child. For example, we only accept new students after they go through our free trial lesson, where we assess many different aspects of the student to ensure that they can in fact go forward with our curriculum. So I would say get in touch with a teacher or an academy and perhaps set up an evaluation appointment. I'm in market to buy a used acoustic piano. What should I look for? Well, that's actually one of the questions we get asked a lot. So we've made a short yet thorough video that explains it in much more detail. I'll put the link down in the description. But if you just want the quickest answer, then simply play all the keys, make sure they sound normal with no excessive buzzing, push down all the pedals, make sure they work, and generally look for signs of chipped or broken parts. That being said, it would be even wiser to talk to a piano technician or a piano teacher if you're uncertain about the condition of your desired instrument. Alright, with these questions out of the way, I hope this video was helpful and perhaps I can answer more of your questions in the future. Have a nice time. Bye.